Hail, hail to all the I and I's. Hail, hail to the I Self Supreme, Primal Light. Hail, hail, hail. Welcome, welcome, and thank you for joining I. Hail to the Primal Light, I Self Supreme. All is myself. All is the I Self Supreme Primal Light, and the I Self Supreme Primal Light alone exists. Hail to I Self Supreme, Primal Light, that has no name, that can't be explained. I am that I am. Hail, hail to the I Self, the Primal Light. Hail, hail to the one true light. Hail, hail to I, the transparent light. Hail to the light throughout the ages. Hail to I, self, the light without beginning nor end. Hail, hail to the I, self, supreme, primal light. I am primal light. I am the true light. I am primal light. I am the true light. I am that has no name. I am that can't be explained. I bow to the primal teacher within. I bow to the eternal truth within. I bow to the eternal self. I bow to the great supreme wisdom within. I bow to the great supreme intelligence within. I bow to the great supreme teacher within. Hail, hail to I, self, the primal light. I bow to all the I and I's in self, in light, and in truth. Thank you for your presence. So I want to say that we have been experiencing this duality only through the eyes of the ego. And now we must experience this duality through the eyes of the I self, called the soul. If you get to see and understand and experience this duality through the I self, called the soul, then you will see things as they are. There's two sides to every story. And so far, you have only been experiencing the ego's perspective. The duality mind is playing all the characters in this dream existence. Everyone is on the ego's side. We have been programmed into the ego's story. Into the ego's stories. Everyone's mind is telling them a story, and they're all believing that this story is real, that their story is the truth. But when you take this journey and see through the eyes of the I self soul, all will see with the same eyes. We have been programmed into the ego stories. They have drilled it into us, existing as young minds, young ego selves, this ego false self. But now, the age of ignorance and existing as the mind avatar, this ego false self, this ego character is over. Now is the age of truth and knowing the I self. It is time to debunk the propagandas and lies told by this duality mind, this duality consciousness. The consciousness is tricking everyone into going into the consciousness when you need to go into yourself. This consciousness is the greatest deception. It is sleeping and dreaming and is entrancing you inside of this sleep, this dream. You are cocooned into the dream, being encased by magnetic energy of this duality consciousness. Right? Now is the time to seek the I Self. The I Self Supreme Primal Light want all the I and I to make a denouncement to this world. You have to denounce that everything that you have hold into this world as yourself, you have to denounce it. And so right now, I hope that you can say this denouncement with me. We cannot continue to hold attachment to this dream existence. This is not your real true nature. So I am going to say this denouncement, and so I want for the I to just repeat with me. I denounce all ties. Now it's your turn. We are doing a call and response. So I denounce all ties to this dream existence. I free myself from all ties and bondage. I revoke all contracts that binds me in any way or form. I denounce all rivalry. My truth and freedom is all that I need. I claim my liberation, free from this hypnosis, all slavery and oppression, all mind control. All psychic attack, all manipulations, I claim my sovereignty. This duality mind, this consciousness has no power over me. I am a sovereign being. I am Primal Light, Self Supreme. I revoke all your rights to act on my behalf. I annul all contracts between me and you. I have no relations, no teachers, no preachers, no deities, no gurus, no gods, no mother, no father, no sister, no brother, no family, no friends, no ancestors, no husband, no wife, no children, no lovers. All is the I Self. The I Self Supreme alone exists, indivisible, non dual, formless, timeless, limitless, boundless. I know that might have been a mouthful, and I was supposed to slow down so that you could repeat it. I am the ultimate truth. I am the ultimate reality. I am the eternal truth. I am the eternal self. I am that has no name. I am that can't be explained. I am liberated from this dream. I am free. I want you to know this. You have to constantly be asking, who am I? What is real and what is not real? What is real? Only the self is real. The self came into being and came into this dream. The self is non duality. Enters in the dream. The self can exit the dream back into the real. Anything that is created inside of this world, this existence, cannot exit this dream. This dome that we're in, nothing can escape it that has been created here. This is all going to be dissolved. Only yourself can leave out of the dream. What's not real? Anything that was what? Created inside of this dream is not real. This ego can only rise in the dream. The ego cannot exit the dream. The ego self that you are existing as in this body cannot exit this dream. This is the reason why you have to denounce all ties to this dream world. This is all binding you inside this illusion. And so you must come to this realization. You have to denounce all ties to this dream world. It's time to lose attachment to all these things that you're attaching yourself to. It is all going to be dissolved. Everything that is created must be dissolved. This is what the I Self Supreme is doing right now, dissolving the dream and awaking all of itself. Right? So it's time for all the ionites to know truth. It's time for all the ionites to trust in the self. You cannot trust the mind. The mind is sleeping and dreaming, and it's telling a story that is not true. You must understand this. You have to trust yourself. What is yourself? Who am I? The self that you have, the soul, you giving it away willy-nilly to all these deities and gods. It must be here into this body that your baby self that is animating as the ego self, that self has to wake up and merge back with its soul self to be one unified self. This is the self that you want to call into. Don't want higher levels of consciousness because yourself is already pure. You just inside of a dream and you are wearing the dream coat and you just have to take it off. Please do this one thing for yourself. Don't seek consciousness. Seek yourself. Seek your soul. The teacher is within the soul self. The teacher rises up. This is the trickery that no one ever told you. That's why everyone wants your soul, because the teacher is within the soul. The soul has to be in the body to rise up. When you inquire and you call, this is why many ones who does self-inquiry meditation, they will say, you're only supposed to ask and nothing is going to happen. You're expecting. The reason why nothing was ever happening for millions of people who are doing self-inquiry is because their soul was being enslaved by one of the gods and deities that they are calling and worship. The soul has to be with you in the body as yourself for the baby self to wake up. The teacher is within the soul self and rises up from the soul. So call your soul back wherever it is to come back into the body with you. This is the truth that no one has ever told you. All right? Many ones don't want to know the truth because they are looking into consciousness and higher levels of consciousness. Anywhere you go into this consciousness, you are going into further and further into the dream, and the consciousness is just looping you and trapping you in the dream. But if you want to know the real, call on your soul. Get into the heart, call on your soul, because right in the center of your chest, there is an electromagnet there. It is the void self. The void self, this is where the soul dwells when it's in the body, into that void, that self right there. The soul is always anchored into the self so that the gods them could not pull it out of it. And so I am just sharing this, knowing many ones don't want to know, but I have to share the truth anyways. You do with it what you will. And so right now we are about to do the vibrations to seal in what we have just affirmed within ourselves about we are denouncing everything into this dream existence. You don't need to hold on to anything in this dream, seriously. You don't need to hold on to anything. I'm going to give you a personal story. When it came, when the self told me that I had to denounce even your children, them that you think belong to you, nothing belong to you. I had to denounce them. I had to denounce that I had no children, no one, no nothing. And when the self told me that I needed to leave the United States and I needed to go travel around, I need to go to Mexico and all this thing. Right now I am in the jungle and I am outside and the mosquitoes them brutal. They're fierce warriors. So anyways, and my son was graduating and so I had to leave. And so when the self say, and you have to denounce everything, you have to follow what the self is saying, because the self is always taking care of all of itself. So we don't need to worry. We don't need to worry about our children. We don't need to worry about our husbands, our wives, or this, our mother, our father, because all is the I self. And if it's all is yourself, the I Self Supreme will take care of all of itself. So this is what the I Self Supreme wanted for us, to denounce all ties to anything, because these are the dream characters. They are not real. We are making attachment to these dream characters, but the dream characters are not real. So once we denounce them, we just have to anchor into ourselves. And that is what the I Self Supreme wanted for everyone to come to this awareness. And so now, so let's just do the affirmations, and I'll start out with ah, because it breaks up the magnetic energy around the I so that I can get more light electrical energy. Okay, and so let's do that. So we'll do it 2 times, and for yourself at home, you can do it as many times as you want, but I'm just doing it for time permittance right now, 2 times each of them. Now it's your turn. Remember to spiral the vibration around your body. And now the second vibration that you want to practice is the very familiar one. What does this vibration, what does it do? This vibration is a vibration that helps to still the mind and to bring purity to the mind. It also helps you to have more light into the mind. Okay, if you do this for a long period of time, eventually once you look up, like you take your eyes and you look up like that, you can see into the mind and you see it start illuminating, start getting light. Okay, all right, so let's try that one. And you can practice this one for half an hour to an hour every day. You practice like 3 times. Okay. And remember to spiral the vibration around your body to break up the magnetic energy that you are encased in. And now, one more time. Om. And now, the third vibration that you want to practice is Asoham. This vibration lifts your vibration and brings it to the self-manifest level. So you want to practice this vibration at least half an hour to an hour daily. Asoham. Now it's your turn. Asoham. I want to say thank you for joining me today, and see you next Sunday. I will be doing a live every Sunday, so come back to this channel every Sunday around 7. I will be doing a live, and any questions that you have on the self, you can ask. And so thank you very much for joining me. See you soon.